Hey y'all, what's up everybody? Here I am again, your boy Ron, aka Ron the Artist. I'm here tonight to discuss and review with you guys tonight's episode of Claws, the final season, season 4, episode 8, titled A Reckoning. It was a good episode. Good episode. You can tell that it's coming to an end and shit is shaking up. Shit is shaking up, honey. So let's get into some things. Got my notes here, of course. And I just want to say the top of the live video that I am not caring for Desna at all this season. Like, this season, Desna is pushing everyone to the edge. Like, every single person in her corner to the edge. Probably except Dean, because he's created that damn boundary with her. But we're going to talk about that later in the episode. I'm just know that I'm not happy with her right now. I'm not happy with her this final season. All right, let's get into it. Okay, pretty much starting off, Desna has been laying with the devil. Laying with the devil and playing in this playground. Like, let's talk about it. Like, girl, you found out last week's episode, at the end of the episode, that you were sleeping with the devil. And at this point, what can you do? You're in too deep. He's already started taking people down from your operation, or people who used to deal with your operation. So he's getting closer and closer to you. AKA Tony. Tony's getting closer to you. Or David Jackson. You know? The episode was good, man. The episode was good. It's just like a lot of cliffhangers. Okay, so next up. Polly. Poor Polly. You know, it just seems like she cannot get her happy ending. Like, she is a character. Polly is a character and will go in character at any point in time. And she's a fun person. Intriguing. And smart, too. And it seems like none of that really led her to an everlasting love. She thought she had one with the Baron, and we see how that turned out. As soon as we think she's getting her happy ending, it's ripped away from her. Like, I don't understand why, and she deserves a happy ending. She deserves a happy ending. Literally, she deserves a happy ending. Okay, next up. At the top of the episode, I was like, okay, Polly being heard about the Baron's death, the man literally died on top of her as she was trying to get a happy ending. But, you know, at the top of the episode, I was feeling like she needed to be more so worried about his daughter, because the woman already done threatened her and told her that she's onto her and that she will be watching her. So watch her back, and whatever you got up your sleeve is not going to work. Polly, at the time, really didn't have much up her sleeve when it came to the Baron. All she did was just enjoying his time and as a character and living her life with him and having him live his life with her. She didn't really have much of an ulterior motive with him. So I applaud her for that. That daughter's coming for her. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. Desna being worried about her operation and everyone involved. Like, as she should be. Like I said, Desna pushing everybody to the edge. People who were involved with your operation are being taken down, as she saw with her own eyes. And is coming down by her quote-unquote boyfriend. Like, and you pushing everybody to the edge along with you. Like, I'm irritated by Desna, honestly, this season. Because I really loved her at the beginning of this show. Desna was a boss-ass bitch, you know, that couldn't get over any hurdle thrown her way. The only thing that really came her way that was a fucking challenge was Roller, which she could handle his ass, and Uncle Daddy, a.k.a. Clay. But It's like this season, she's gone over the edge and pulling everybody with her, and look how that's turning out this final season. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen with her this final season. At the end of the final season, we shall see. Okay, sidebar. What the hell is ambrosia salad? Like, I'm gonna look that up after this live video, but I need to look up what the hell is ambrosia salad. I need to know. Like, was that some type of trick? I don't know, some type of trick or some type of little flag that she was like throwing to Jen while on the phone with Bryce. I don't know, some type of alert. I don't know. Hopefully that'll be revealed. Maybe not, because that was just a small minor little situation. But I need to look up what the hell is ambrosia salad, because I don't know and I'm clueless on what the hell it is. Okay, next up. Virginia revealing to Jen and Polly about killing Georgia for supposedly stealing pills from the operation. And Jen, knowing it was her, yet didn't confess it, which drove her to an overdose. Last week, I was very disappointed in Virginia. Very, 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 very disappointed in Virginia, because that girl didn't have no freaking proof at all that Georgia was stealing from the operation. Claws up. No proof. No proof, no proof, no proof at all. And you pretty much just killed the girl. You let Desna get in your ear about handling it, and you really didn't have any proof that she was the one doing it. And now when them blew up in your face, you see that it was Jen the whole time. Jen stealing the pills. Jen. And Jen knew that's what drove her to the overdose. Drove her to the overdose because she knew that that girl was killed on her watch. But honestly, that was nobody's fault but freaking Virginia's. Because nobody told you to go to that extent. Like, nobody, technically, Desna did tell her to go to that extent. Well, she just told her to handle it. But Virginia was the one to pull the fucking trigger. Literally. Pull the trigger, slap her down, water, drown her, all of that. And Virginia can't be mad at nobody but herself for that. That blood is on her hands, even though Desna put the bug in her ear about it, pushing her over the edge. So, okay, Dean and his new girlfriend. I find them kind of weird. Kind of weird. But I'm happy for him and him finding his happiness, honestly. I'm happy for him finding his happiness, and she thinks she's pregnant. And that's the thing, too. The woman is feeling that she's pregnant. They ain't even had a damn pregnancy test or whatever. Just know she's pregnant. In her 60s. Okay. I would like to see how that's going to turn out later in the season. But for the most part, I'm happy for him that he's finding love. And somebody that honestly is intriguing to him and intriguing to each other. They're picking each other's brain about what's going on. And again, what more can you ask for him? Because he got messed up last season with Virginia. So the fact that he's getting something else out of it this season, pat on the back. Pat on the back for that. Okay, next up. Desna. Again, I wrote down literally again. I kept going back to Desna. Just having everybody in so deep. Everybody around her, she has in so deep. Has in so freaking deep. And honestly, I'm not a fan of it this season. I wrote that down and I kept doubling back to that because it is pissing me off. It's pissing me off. Okay, next up. Clay, a.k.a. Uncle Daddy. That man has to have an illness. Because his wife coming to him constantly in her dead state, the way she actually died, is weird and off. And he's taking everything in that she's saying, and that has to be some type of illness that I'm like, what is that about? What the hell is that about? And it's weird and not okay. That's got to be some type of illness. That man is cuckoo. Okay, next up. After Jen had that overdose, they found her in the bathroom. I was just like, I hope Jen comes back harder than ever. Because at this point, the team needed a clearer head. The team needed some type of somebody to be the voice of reason of what the fuck is going on with the operation and it coming down, and folks is on drugs and folks is killing folks left or right, and something needs to shake up. I don't know how they're going to get themselves out of the mess that they have created, but I feel like Jen might be able to do something. Or at least I felt that way early in the episode. Next up, the puppet. The puppet, after Jen started to wake up in the hospital. The puppet situation. Random and hilarious. Like, what? I'm like, what the hell? I guess that was the way Jen was seeing her peers arguing in her presence as puppets. But I'm like, that was weird as hell. Writers. I mean, come on, writers. It wasn't a bad idea, but it was random as hell. Jen came back, eventually, not wanting anything to do with the gang. Can't blame her. Can't blame her. Again, Desna. Just point the finger at fucking Desna. Desna has been the reason for everybody's downfall around them. Except Polly. I would say that. Except Polly. But she's been the downfall for everybody else around her. Okay. Speaking of Polly, Polly won the battle with the Baron and his divorce. Polly won the battle with his death and inheriting his estate. Just as I previously said earlier, like, she better watch out. She better watch out from that damn daughter because, or the damn grandchildren, them entitled ass, rich ass, stuck up children and grandchildren, because their inheritance has been ripped away. Well, it wasn't ripped away. He gave it rightfully to Polly and knew who she really was. Knew who she really was and what she was about, and still gave it to her. He really loved her. He enjoyed his last days with her. And the whole time he knew who she really was, and he knew she was a character, and she enjoyed him ultimately. And I was happy for her for that, you know. But again, Polly, I don't know what's coming her way, but that daughter of the Barons is going to come after her. And maybe them grandchildren too, the grandsons. Like, watch out, Polly. Watch out. I'm sure that is not the last we will see of them, especially the daughter, because she's already warned her twice. Okay, again, I wrote down again, Desna pushing everybody over the fucking edge. Like, I'm like truly fed up with that. But okay, the last thing I have written down is at the end of the episode where, like, I knew it. Earlier in the episode, Desna ended up telling Quiet Ann about the operation and how it's coming down with the help of Tony being from the DEA, and she wanted no parts because she didn't want to come down with him, with Clay or her or Desna. So she wanted no parts, pregnant and all, throwing up and shit on the side of the road. But I felt that was tied to the very beginning situation. The beginning, if you remember episode 1 and how that started with Desna shooting Quiet Ann, killing her, I felt that was tied to that. I really did. I felt that was tied to that, and I felt that she was going to go to them. She was going to call the police about this because, in all honesty, Quiet Ann is pregnant. She does not want, and she's not so quiet anymore. By the way, I want to say, Quiet Ann is not so fucking quiet anymore. She used to be quiet, but now she's not so fucking quiet. She's talking every time she's in her damn scene. But I knew that Quiet Ann, ultimately, she just wants the best for her child. She wants the best for her and her child. And it's looking like that's further and further from grasp every time she turns around. And she honestly doesn't want to get away and live her best life with her and her child. And I can't blame her for that. But now you have literally kind of signed your name on a dotted line with the devil as well. Desna sleeping with the devil, but your ass now have went and signed off and now operating with the devil. David Jackson, like, and his accomplice, his partner. Foul play, foul play, foul play. I could say definitely this season, I don't think necessarily this was the best season of, or this is the best season of Claws, but it is good. It is good. It's intriguing. It's keeping my attention. It's just Desna is pissing me the fuck off. Like, girl, like, you did not used to be like this, but I guess you kind of gotta be this badass, boss-ass bitch where nothing is getting in the way of your empire, because now you in a drug game and you can't be no weak-ass bitch in no drug game. You can't be no weak-ass person that's letting people walk over you and your team, but you pushing people to do things that's not in their nature. And that has costed Jen her marriage. That has costed Virginia, a very close friend of hers. And it's about to pretty much cost you your freedom. And I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in her. And for me to even feel disappointed in her, that also depicts good writing. That I'm in tune to what's going on. I'm in tune to the show. I definitely am. I like the show. I like the show. But this final season seems a little underwhelming. Not too much. Just a little bit underwhelming. Not too much. Like I said, it has my attention, but I expected it to be on a different scale. So, we shall see what happens next week. Next week, episode 9. Yeah. That's all I got for you guys this week. Again, it's your boy Ron. You know, right now I'm recording this on Instagram Live, but I will be uploading this to YouTube later. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and leave comments in my comment section on both Instagram or YouTube and let me know what you guys think of my review. But please be nice. Please be nice, because no negativity is tolerated. No, negativity is not tolerated at all. I am fond of the block button. So please be nice. But again, let me know what you guys are thinking, how you guys are feeling. Let me know. All right. Peace.